for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize, it's really time.
Yeah.
Thomas Jackson.
Yeah. Bounce. Yeah. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be going into map number 2. Now, unfortunately, I've actually found out why we have a standard, and it's not particularly happy news. Ramzik's actually been in a car. That's what I've been told. Supposedly, he's fine. He's put on VK or the, obviously the equivalent of Facebook or Twitter or whatever you want to call it, CIS. And, yeah, he said he's okay, but the reason he's not playing is because he has an accident. So it's not like he's just decided to dodge or anything, which it puts a bit of a downer on the game, but it should be pretty, well, one-sided. I think that's the way I'm going to have to put it, because you look over at Imperial, they absolutely dominated the first, and they're probably going to do it in the second as well. We haven't really seen too much from Tengri, especially when it came to ping. They were all over the shop. Pachanga could barely even move. It's just a problem. It's a big problem. So, we'll see what they can do. Hopefully on train they'll be able to step up. It's not a bad map for them in general. They're even overall on statistics, and they've been playing some pretty decent teams on it recently. We're just going to have to wait and see whether or not they can actually turn things around. One decent thing, though, they have managed to get themselves a CT-sided start. Now, for Imperial, that's not necessarily a worst-case scenario, because they are a very aggressive team. They're a team that loves to sort of play as a group, trading effectively as something, and the fundamentals of CS is definitely under their belt. No, there's another game afterwards, which will be Kingwin? I forgot how to speak. Kingwin, the Kings of Huin, versus Binary Dragons, which should be a much closer game, hopefully with no stand-ins or ping issues. But either way, underway. Pistols in the hands of every single player. Smoking a kit for Sonic. Aggression coming out over towards Ivy position, but it's going to be the push towards Hippo over on that B site. A little bit of support from upper, but Fitch is already dinked down to just 14 HP. These have actually fallen back into more of a default. I think they've spotted the players over towards Ivy and don't want to give too much away. Bubble taking a bit of a long-range duel. CT side, I've actually sent a player back. Hippo tempted to go for a bit of a rotation after the early spot. Stayed on B, and that seems to be the right decision. While looking at the map, we can see he's slowly making their way around. Now, normally in this sort of situation, I want to be seeing... I like to see a molly over towards connector. A lot of teams throw a smoke, so that does slow down the rotations a little bit. Bubble going to be throwing it out. The rest of the team just going to look to try and explode onto the site. And as we can see, the smoke just going to try and hold off rotations. It hasn't quite landed perfectly. And I prefer a molly because then they actually can't push out. But it still seems to be working. SNK will trade it back into a 3 versus 3. As said, they do have a kit and a smoke in play. Pachanga only managed a couple of kills in the whole of the last game, but he's already got one here. And missed shots from Dreamer could be the death of them. But Bubble, he's got that molly. We know what he wants to do. Actually going to throw it behind him. Interesting. Doesn't work at all. Pachanga just runs straight through it and takes him down. Tengri take the pistol. They start things off with a bang. Maybe it's not going to be a complete walk in the park for Imperial over on train. Side. Actually going to be just saving in this situation. I saw Pavlos in the chat going force incoming, and I was sort of expecting it too. Something Imperial have been renowned for in their previous iterations, where they just always go for well, random investments. They're a team that are very aggressive with their economy. That's not always a good thing, but this time they've opted to play it safe. But look at the CT side. They've gambled an extra couple of players over towards this B site. It's expected. We know that the T's want themselves a bomb plant, and hopefully, I say hopefully, because that's 2 kills. Almost gives Spy Leader a bomb plant, but already they're going to do themselves a nice amount of damage. Couple of players drop, force 2 rebuys alongside it. But now comes the buy. Imperial with the AK-47s. A little bit of utility behind them as well. Not anything too crazy. The CTs definitely have their number in that department. They are aggressive in terms of their B presence already. Pachanga going to be up close with the MP9. He's dropping a couple in the last round. We'll actually give them the chance now to reset the economy of Tengri. Not allowing them to build up a whole lot of cash. Once again, we're going to have a heavier presence over towards the B side than we normally see. A lot of teams will leave a one-man army over towards this B side of the map. And then have 4 spread out over towards A. Of course, when you consider the A site, there's multiple angles that need to be held. Yeah, Ramzik is not playing. He has had a car accident, unfortunately. There we go. Push out. Victor starts things off. SNK going to be caught with a nade in his hand. Tries to deny some time on the plant, but he's already so low on HP. The nade will dunk past him, but he's going to go down anyway and a wipe down. Matter of seconds before every single player on the Tengri side is dead. And now their money comes into question. Full save. Oops. Full save coming in this time for the CT side. Looking to do a little bit of damage, and Pachanga will at least get 1. But that may be it. SNK waiting, holding behind Sonic. Trying to do the same on the exit. Decent angle, but can't hit the shot. And, well, nobody should push in SNK's direction. There's not really a need to. I don't have a clue why you would challenge Pop Dog. But who knows? Teams have been known to make odd decisions in the past. He's going to go rotating back towards a main spot. Especially after getting that first kill. It's quite a likely position for Tees to try and exit through. See, they are actually going to be going in this direction, but the peak count not going to work. SNK will fall. That'll be a 2-2 scoreline, but could be seeing a buyback in. Pachanga going to be the one picking up that all-important AWP. Obviously not the man we normally see with it on this team, and Hippo not a man we normally see in here at all, so definitely looking to see how they synergize. Those 2 players. Nade's gonna go out. Pachanga looking to try and find a peek. Already dunked down very low. A second nade gonna go in. This is just cruel. Pachanga losing so much HP before he's even seen anyone. But he will still get the first pick. That's the important factor. Pachanga has done his job. He gets hit down low. Bubba will be able to trade, though, the other AWPer. The opposing AWPer, and... oh, they line up! Bitch walks into the crosshair, and Pachanga gets taken down from behind. Bubble with the double. And leaves Hippo as the last man remaining. 4 players. Make that 3. He's got a bit of a chance. Going to be very difficult, and pushes straight into the clutches of Shimeda. 3-2. And money will again be stuffed for Tengri. CT side actually going to invest into HE grenades. Unfortunately, nobody in A main, so not actually going to make any difference. B side once again spreading out across the map, falling into that default. Not really too much CTs can hope to achieve in this. They've gambled a little bit more heavily over towards the B side of the map, but they've got such a minimal investment in this round, they can't expect too much. SNK does have a Deagle, so he'll be the only man be able to play that range game. These really are just waiting very patiently, though. Dreamer peeks out, finds that first kill, takes control of the Pop Dog, and that leaves only one man. Pachanga, anywhere near the action on A. They are a little bit worried that maybe some control has been taken. He's already been spotted. No chance of him doing any damage, and now the wild peek out has to come in from Hippo. He can't do anything either, and this is just a slaughter. Not expecting anything, maybe Pachanga. Nope. Oh, it was SNK, sorry, with that Deeg. But it will just be a flawless round. Not a huge amount of money built up. Oh, off the Mac 10 at least, but the rest of the players all keeping alive. I mean, the Imperial's money is booming. The CT side is still struggling to continue to buy, as even still they don't have everything needed. Which team of these do I rate more highly? To be honest, going into this matchup, I thought they were around the same level. I look at Tengri and I say that they're a good team. The problem is, ping is a massive factor in this matchup. And, well, more importantly, they don't have Ramsey, which really takes away their star factor. It's like removing a player from any of the top teams. You take away Cold Zero from SK. They're still a good team, but are they a great team? It's arguable. He has a lot of impactful kills for them, so either way, Hippo is going to be able to start things off. Has to watch out for Victor, who's already managed to get himself onto the side. The wide peek out from Hippo is not going to prevail, and SNK somehow doesn't manage to trade. Okay, there we go. Eventually gets one. Leaves them with a man advantage, at least for now. Oh yeah, the whole team is good. I'm just saying that if you remove him, would they still be arguably the best team in the world? Probably not. Gonna turn the tide once again. Pachanga stuck over towards that connector. And now with the 3v2 after plant position, it's gonna be very difficult. They don't have a kit, they don't have any utility, and you could already see they're just going to run for the hills. Make sure they can keep themselves at least some extra weaponry. And, well, with the 3,400, they should actually be able to get a buy on the board. A couple of players can drop rifles, that'll leave them with 4. And then the last player, maybe Sonic, can just buy up swords. SNK, in fact, even going to take one more down, making things a bit more costly for the T side. Important stuff from SNK. He actually wipes out the remainder of the team, so going to force every single player on Imperial to go for a rebuy. Not going to affect them too heavily, though, as they have now won 5 in a row, and a lot of them very clean. As said, CT side will actually be able to get a buy on the board, and they do in fact even have full rifles, so improvement thanks to the amount of kills that SNK was able to get. Victor, however, entering and everyone just dropping like flies. Tengri looking disjointed. already going to be closing down these remaining players, and the money is about to be screwed once again. SNK's been putting up a fight in the last few rounds, but it's always sort of after there's really any value to the kills that he's getting. 19 HP. His opponent's on the hunt. Actually, all three of them are over towards the A side of the map. If he had a kit, this could be juicy. If he goes for this. Oh my god. Go. Go. Oh, he doesn't know. This is so cruel. He can literally 10-second defuse this bomb right now. Oh, this is painful. There's no way he could be able to tell he's holding for exits, but there is nobody on the site. That is extremely risky from Imperial. If he has a kit here, he could have defused the bomb and there was nothing they could do about it. Six to 2. TT side looking to just try and force the issue here. Not really sure why. I think it's just a little bit over the top, the fact that they're trying to go for a buy here. They probably should have just bought up some pistols and made sure they could get investment into the next round. I'm sensing a little bit of tilt, and while that's not going to change anytime soon with already the start coming in from Bubble, make that a second, as the aggression is not paying off whatsoever. And already 3 kills to the name of the T side with about 40 seconds gone. From the SNK once again. 1v5. Managed to get 4 kills just moments ago, but he was trying to save his gun. In terms of a retake scenario, not really expecting much, and he's already been spotted. Spy leader to finish. 7 rounds in a row now for Imperial as they are dominating this game. Tech pause is going to be called a Tengri. I think they've been having a tech pause pretty much the whole game. It's sort of one of those situations where it's actually very difficult to cast, because one team is just getting dominated so badly that a lot of the time the game isn't very exciting. 7 rounds in a row now. The money is booming over on the T side. The only kills that are coming in are after the round's pretty much already done. And we're just seeing the CT side force again and again and again. They're not really saving any money to make sure they can have sort of the AWP with armor. They're not waiting to get all that extra utility. It's just force after force, and it's just not working at all. May end up being one of the fastest best of 3s of all time, because just not putting up much of a fight, and we're seeing Imperial go for extremely basic plays, where most of the time they just hold. Either way. SNK will be there to start this time, but once again, it's a 2-for-1 trade. Sonic will retrieve the AWP. Nade not gonna work, and it looks like it actually distracts Bubble enough that he goes down to the kill on Sonic. Maybe this can be the turnaround. However, straight away, we'll see 1 and a second kill. Yeah, there we go, from Shimeda. And Hippo is going to be completely surrounded here. He'll be able to deny the plant, but they now know exactly where he is. Finds a second as well. Hippo into the 1 versus 1, but Victor will ruin the dream. 8 to 2. This time we are finally going to see a save out from the CT side. Look to try and get themselves a bit extra. Sonic has full bought, which is a little bit peculiar. I suppose if he can get a kill or 2 with that UMP, then he will get himself enough extra cash to buy in the next round. If not, then he'll just have to go for another UMP. Nice shot from SNK. We'll be able to get one. But as I said, just very effective trading. Sonic! Sketchy to say the least, but he does get away with a kill. Once again, it's just going to be traded, though. Changa and Fitch. Changa's actually managed to retrieve an AWP. Well positioned as... What on earth just happened? What was Pachanga doing? Was he trying to check if there was a second player? Or is he genuinely lagging that bad? If that's the level of ping, then that's oh, okay. Oh, yep, no, that's definitely the level of ping. Wow. That's that explains a lot. 2v2. E-side rotating over towards B. Fitch is going to be waiting there on the site itself. Spots out one, takes the kill. Shimeda looking for the trade. And now it's Mr. Ping. Back down to 130. Maybe he has a chance, but he's got to do it quickly just in case he lags again. Got a lot to do in this situation. Has the AWP, doesn't have a kit. So the time is ticking. Shimeda has himself 37 HP. The CZ will be enough. Changa has a smoke as well, just in case a Molotov does go down onto the bomb, which seems fairly likely, and if anything, may just give away the position of his opponent. Changa onto the bomb, just going to tap it, trying to bait out the position of Shimeda. He will hear it, may actually have to go for the peek, but the shots will give things away, and then Shimeda will peek out as well. 9-2, Imperial are dominating at this point. And now we're actually going to see double AWP setups. You have to remember, that was actually a pistol save. So if you take that round individually, it's actually not gone too badly. Unfortunately, still going to be 9-2 up from Imperial on that T side. Nice start from Hippo. He's actually going to be able to find a couple of kills. Brings it into a 3 versus 2 early into this round. The bomb, however, already going to be planted. Pachanga looking to try and find himself the kill. But the nade going to dunk down. It's now all onto Sonic. And is he just going to save the AWP again? Just sort of one of those situations where why not give it a try? At this point, like, is it really worth saving that AWP? I suppose it has been doing a couple of kills here and there, but not anything to really sing about. 10-2. T-side still very comfortable with their cash. Probably going to be buying till the end of the half as it is. Yeah, if it is a couple of hours before the next one, I probably will turn off the stream and just bring it back on about 20 minutes before the match goes live. CT side going for some aggression this time. Sonic going to be trying to push through the smoke, but the bullets are being spotted. We're not going to go for the free fire through, just playing patiently, hoping that his opponent will go for the aggressive push himself. Pachanga is back on the AWP. Hasn't managed too much in this game, but definitely doing better than last time. But now it's just going to be that clear push. No nades used. Quick trade onto the B site, and it's a rinse and repeat from Imperial. They're not even really trying anything new anymore, just going for the aggression, finding those opening picks, and well, why show anything different? Who needs setups when you can just destroy your opponent with aggression? SNK now the last one left alive, trying to be a little bit sneaky. We have seen them hunt him down before. He can just hold on the site. He might actually be able to get a bit of a defusal here. He's got to be careful, though. There's a player right below him. There we go. Spots out Victor. That will be an AK into his hands. He just doesn't have time anyway. It makes no difference. These are all just frags for fun. And eventually Bubble will ruin the fun. 11-2. Spy leader paused it because he's lagging. Oh, it's just... The irony of this is unreal. It's like, is he actually kidding? Really? Finally, you got 51 ping. They've got 108 as a standard. That's the bottom line. Unbelievable. CT side just going to continue to force at this point. Game seems too far gone. Pressure going to be coming out once again. Nice start from Sonic. Victor just going to spray down to Fitch on that mag. Changa actually going to be able to find one back, but it's Bubble to trade. Nice mag 7 kill from Fitch. We'll leave it into a 2 versus 2. CT side in with a chance here. Nice sentry kill as well. Leaves it on to just Bubble. He's been isolated by the Molotov, so they should know where he is, especially with that smoke. I'll give them all the information they need. Tengri actually in with a very good chance to actually get this one. Going to split their defense. SNK will be waiting over towards the B site. Nothing spotted as of yet from SNK, but he's going to go in for the wide peak, and he's caught out by Bubble. Back to a 1v1. Fitch versus Bubble. Bubble has been magnificent so far in this game, in this series, but can Fitch be the one to end his reign of terror? He's currently on 4 kills. The 5th could grant them a 3rd round. But look at the plant spot. Wide open. Chance for Bubble to fall all the way back. I'm going to be tapped. Fitch going to expect his opponent, but Bubble win the 1v2. Even in an advantageous position, things just aren't going the way of Tengri. And Bubble just throws away his AWP. Doesn't even want it anymore. He's decided he wants an AK for this final round. It's not like he couldn't afford it anyway. He is not on 4 kills. He is on 84 ping. I didn't say it's his fault he's on 4 kills, but the fact is, this is kills. That's the number 4. Like, so he is on 4 kills. And he's going to stay that way because he's dead. Push in. Victor will catch him out, take down that first kill. The aggression not working out. SNK will be able to take one back, but it's quickly returned by Victor. Victor just going ham in this round. 3 kills from already. Another for Spy Leader and Pachanga. 4 HP in a dream. A couple of players could be one hit by the scout. Doesn't look likely though. They're just going to play things passively. Use utility to hold them back. Victor will be there to finish. 13-2. Dominating half from Imperial. Set themselves up perfectly to finish off this game. In style as well. And this series may be coming to an end only about an hour and a half after it begins. Deagle for Pachanga. Well, he did have a Deagle. It was lost within seconds. Push going to come out towards that B site. A little bit of a cross in. Dreamer well positioned. Peeks out, gets one. Already, the beginning of the end is nigh. Only 2 players remaining. Make it just one. SNK and a Dream. He has himself the bomb. Push going to be coming out. Does hit the dink onto Shimeda. Gets himself the first, but Spy Leader there to finish. 14-2. It's 4 spies all over the shop for Tengri, who probably won't get themselves an actual buy in this, well, in this whole second half. Unless they can win this round. A shot for a bubble already taking down Sonic. Hippo looking to try and return, but can't quite find anything, and he's already down to just 30 HP. Peek out, though. Takes the head off one. Looking for a second, but it's not to be, as SNK and Bitch look to try and save things. Now just SNK. 4 players remaining. Slaughter's going to end. 15-2. 1 more round to go before the misery of Tengri is finished. And it's not even going to be a goodbye. Pachanga already exceedingly low. Shimeda gonna start things off with a double. This game is all but over. Hippo will be able to take 1 and 2. Couple of nice Deagle kills. May try to drag this on for just a little bit longer. Sonic doesn't think it's gonna last. Nice shot again. Okay, 3 kills now. Can he get the 4th? Victor gonna be peeking. He gets it as well. It's all onto 1. Dreamer is all alone, but he will be there to finish. Hippo rising our heart rates right at the last second. But it is going to be game. Easy finish in the end for Imperial as they 2-0 the series. No problems for them. And we'll be back a little bit later on with our second matchup. We are going to stop the stream for a bit because it is going to be 1 hour and 40 minutes until match number 2. Make sure you come back then as we'll have Binary Dragons versus Kingwin in what I hope to be a much closer series.